Good morning and hello world. I'm Miyah and I would like to welcome you to the latest episode of my vlog series. So far, the main purpose of these vlogs is to talk about what it's like for me to live with Asperger syndrome, as well as give my 2 cents on what's going on with autism in the media. A third area entails providing tips and advice for those of you that have Asperger syndrome, as well as anybody in the community, such as your family members and your employers and your mentors and professionals. And finally, I will cover topics on things that I'm passionate about, such as this being DragonCon 2016, and I will dive into that in a moment. But first, I'm going to refer you to the really long 2015 DragonCon video by Beatdown Boogie. Now, these are the two guys that created Snake and Coast do DragonCon 2016, or I mean not 2016, but 2010. So you may want to check that out. And then if you would like some scholarly information about autism, please be sure to check out my written blogs on WordPress.com. I don't have very many of them going, but I need to get those up and running again. Please go to helloworld240.wordpress.com. That's helloworld240.wordpress.com. And what I would like to do now is talk about what the process has been. As I said before, I decided not to stay in a hotel this year, and thank goodness. Last year was such a disaster, and the people at the Marriott last year were just nasty to me every time I tried to deal with them. And I also felt that the people who I stayed with last year were really not taking much of an interest in me. And then I didn't want to be in a messy room and sleep on the floor again and hear all kinds of noise outside. But at the same time, that means that I have to travel all the way back home on bus and train and also take Uber. However, it's better for me to stay here so that I don't become so overwhelmed. And if I need anything, there's a grocery store that I can stop by at and then just take it on into the convention. But anyway, I wanted to let you know what's been going on. So it's after 5:30 in the morning, and I did not get much sleep last night. I suspect that I was probably more excited than I had thought. So what basically I did was last night, even though I did not go buy my pass yet, I decided to get into the spirit of things by going around and doing some people watching. And I wore my Star Trek t-shirt, and surprisingly, I got more compliments on that shirt. People were telling me, hey, I like your shirt, I like your shirt. So I often told them, live long and prosper. And I just thought that was fabulous. And again, I had ate supper there last night, and I walked around, and they had arranged everything around. The gaming area this time is not in the Hilton. It, again, is in the America's Mart. So I did a walkthrough of that area. And unlike the other years, I like the new location of the gaming area. It's much more it's spacious, and it seems to be a bit more laid out. And that's probably where I'll spend part of my time playing D&D this year. And actually, I have a little story about Dungeons and Dragons, and I know that there's a lot of stereotypes about D&D, but I'll get to that sometime during the weekend. In the meantime, I wanted to let you know that I am getting ready to head out this morning, and I'm going to go out for breakfast, and then I'm going to get in line to go get my badge, because the lines at DragonCon can be ridiculously long, so I would like to get there nice and early so that I can have my badge on hand, and then I can just very easily walk out that door and just walk right into con and take advantage of the panels that I really wanted to see. And that's what I plan on doing this morning. What I'm planning on doing is probably attending my favorite How to Write a Story in 1 hour. And I also like watching lots of the panels in the science or space tracks, as well as getting an interview with Stephen Ramsden, who does the live solar astronomy every year, and he and I are buds. And then I also plan on going to a panel on the culture of equines in cartoons. And I'm really excited about that one because I bet that will draw a great big brony population. So, anyway, if you have any questions or comments on what I have just talked about, be sure to state below. Also, I would like to hear from you. What do you expect, or what did you expect from Dragon Con this year? Did you like the new layout? Did you hate it? What did you want to see different at Dragon Con? And what would you like to change if you could do anything to it? And anyway, do not forget to subscribe. Until next time, I'm Miyah Sundermeyer.